In today's episode, we're talking about the frequency of beauty and how a visually aligned space raises your vibration. Welcome to Feng Shui Living, the podcast designed for busy women who want to de-stress, live with intention, and create a home that truly supports their well-being. Each week, I'll bring you practical tips, insightful ideas, and simple strategies to enhance both your home and your life. Let's get started. Hi, friends, it's Lisa, and welcome back to Feng Shui Living Podcast, where we talk about the deeper connection between energy, design, and those spaces that hold us. Today's episode is one that's really been on my heart and in my mind for a while. It's called The Frequency of Beauty. Now, when I say beauty, I'm not talking about the picture-perfect interiors, those Instagram worthy rooms. I'm talking about the kind of beauty that you can feel, the kind that makes your shoulders drop, your breath soften, and your whole body say, I can relax here. Beauty, when it's intentional and aligned, has a frequency to it. It's a vibration that lifts you. It's not about appearances. It's more about resonance. So take a breath with me. Look around wherever you are right now and ask, how does this space make you feel? Does it make you feel energized? Maybe peaceful? Or maybe a little heavy? That's what we're going to explore today in this episode. How the vibration of beauty in your home can shift your mood, your focus, and even your life. Now, again, it's kind of been in my head floating around because I touch on this in my book Aligned at Home, which comes out on November 7th. Kind of fun. I just realized it's 2 days after my birthday. Happy birthday to me by releasing my book. But I've really been thinking about the importance of this, as it's something I struggled and I had to navigate myself. But we're going to talk through all this in the episode. So let's get into really redefining beauty. In the world of design, beauty is often, about how something looks in the traditional sense, right? In the traditional sense of interior design. Kind of like I used to do when I went into everyone's homes and helped them remodel their kitchen and pick out draperies and, all that stuff. It was more symmetry, color palettes, balanced, perfect lighting. But in Feng Shui and holistic design, it's really about how it feels. I've walked into spaces that were absolutely stunning, magazine worthy spaces, but the energy was cold. There was no warmth. There's no soul. I often think about Architectural Digest used to have some of the most beautiful spaces. But to think about actually living there, being productive, getting tasks done, also trying to find peace and rest in some of these places, it just would not work. I've also walked in some of the most simple, modest homes that instantly felt comforting and alive. And that's really when I realized that beauty isn't about what your eyes see, it's about what your energy recognizes. True beauty is resonance. It's harmony. It's your environment vibrating in tune with who you are, but also what you need. So let's get a little sciencey. We're going to go to science class for a minute. Everything has energy. The light, the colors, the materials, the fabrics, even the way air moves through a space. And just like people, spaces have frequencies. When a home feels balanced and open, that's a high vibration, high frequency. It creates expansion and that kind of feeling of being alive and maybe hopeful. When a space feels cluttered or chaotic, it creates that stagnation. Energy gets stuck and drags you down. And that's often when I get a phone call from a client. I'm feeling stuck. I'm feeling heavy. I'm not moving forward. I can't reach my goals. So that's often when I get the phone call. So if you ever wonder why you feel tired or irritated in certain spaces or certain rooms, check the energy. The physical environment is reflecting your inner vibration. And when you start aligning your surroundings with those things that feel nourishing, fabrics, colors, patterns that feel nourishing, your personal frequency rises. You attract more ease into your life, more flow, and more joy into your life. So here's a little reflection for you. Which spaces in your home lift you instantly? When you walk in, you might feel a smile spread across your face. You might just feel an overwhelming feeling of joy throughout your body. And which ones seem to dim your energy or dim your light? Feel heavy, irritated, agitated. That awareness alone can start to shift everything. Just the awareness. So let's talk beauty as an energetic tool. Start with light. Natural light, candles, even a soft lamp that creates warmth. Himalayan salt lamps. You guys know I love those. Light is one of the purest forms of energy, and your home feels it. Think about having a dark room. You walk in and open the blinds or open the drapes, and the sunshine pours in. Not only do you visually see it and the room lightens and brightens, but you can feel it in your body. Then there's color. Don't just follow trends. Choose what makes you feel good. Earth tones, that earth element, will ground you. Blush, pink colors, or gold might uplift you. Color carries frequency. If you've attended my color mastery course, you know this. And I put it on pause because of the book launch and book events, but it will be back before we know it. So keep your eye open for that if you want to take my free color mastery class. Remember that your body will tell you what you need if you can slow down and listen to it. I was feeling very fall-like. I was chilly this morning, but yet I knew I was craving some sort of life. So I put on a pink top. It's one of my favorite pink tops. Sometimes we can just, if we can slow down, we can listen to our body and listen to what it's asking, what it needs, what it's craving. Next is simplicity. Beauty needs room to breathe. When a space is too full, energy can't move freely, and you can move freely. So start by removing one thing that feels heavy or maybe feels outdated and no longer useful or no longer something you love. And when you remove this one thing, you will notice the energy shift. Last, we have intention. Every item in your home carries energy. And before you place something, pause and ask, does this align with the energy I want to feel here? Now, here's something fun to do. If you're struggling when you're out and about, say you're trying to redecorate a bedroom, right? If you're struggling, this is a great time to create a mood board. I love to do these on Canva. And it can be images, artwork, designs, anything to remind you of the vibe you want to create. Now, of course, if you're just inspired by something, you're like, this is beautiful, it has to go in my room, then go for it. But sometimes having this little mood board, and so what I'll actually do is create the mood board and then put it on my phone. So if I'm out and about, I'm like, does this fit that vibe that I'm creating? Just kind of a design trick, but also helps where it helps really well in thinking about energy too and the vibe you're looking to create. When you begin to make choices from, that question, does this align with the energy I want to feel in this room, right? When you start using that, you start designing at an energetic level, not just an aesthetic one. So let's pop into my segment 4 here, the deeper meaning of surrounding yourself with beauty. And now we're getting to the good stuff. This is where my mind has been a lot over the years. And this seems to be most common with women. We sometimes feel guilty or not negative for wanting beauty. This can be a common trend. We tell ourselves it's superficial, it's indulgent. But here's the truth. Beauty is nourishment for your soul. It reminds you of harmony, of what's possible and what feels whole and alive. I personally love being a girly girl. I love jewelry. I love wearing gold jewelry. I love rings and bracelets, and I love being a girly girl. I love surrounding myself with decadent things. Will I splurge and invest in like outrageous things once in a while? Sure, because I really, truly love it and resonate, and it makes me smile. It raises my vibration. So remember, beauty is nourishment for your soul. When you crave beauty, if you're not being vain, you're reaching for alignment with what feels good. You're trying to come back to your natural state of balance. After years of high-end design, I was traveling. I was working in luxurious spaces, staying in outrageous hotels, flying first class with the little bowl of nuts and a warm cookie and, warm towels. It was a different life. And at that time, I always thought beauty was polish and perfection. Yes, you can read more all about this in my book, Aligned at Home. But when I started practicing Feng Shui and energy work, I realized this wasn't it. This was not beauty. I realized that beauty is medicine. It heals, it softens, it restores. And when you surround yourself with beauty that feels true and authentic, you're reminding yourself that you're worthy of peace, of joy. So here's an invitation for your week. I want you to walk through your home slowly. We're not here to fix or judge. We're just here to notice. Where is beauty showing up for you? Maybe it's the reflection of the sunlight dancing on the wall. Maybe it's that favorite book on your nightstand. Maybe it's the new blooms on your favorite plant. Those are all moments of harmony. The universe is saying, here, let me show you what balance feels like, right? When you honor beauty, when you notice it, you cultivate it, or heck, maybe you even just simply allow it, right? You raise the vibration of your home and your life, because beauty is energy made visible. When you feel more alive and more inspired, you feel more like yourself. So get out the beautiful glassware. Buy the outrageous bookend if you choose. Go to the antique store and get that amazing piece of art that you've always wanted to bring in. It's not negative. It's not, superficial. It's beauty. So thank you for listening today, friend. If this episode spoke to you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who may be interested and might be craving some more alignment in their own life. And you can also share with them my Instagram at Feng Shui Living Podcast, where they will learn even more. Until next time, friends, I'm sending you a big, beautiful hug, and I will see you at the next episode. Special thanks to our sponsor, Elevated Living School of Holistic Design and Feng Shui. For more information, head over to the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share this episode with a friend. We'll see you next time.